Namaste, welcome to Sujith Talks. My name is Sujith Billa, registered migration agent here in Melbourne, where we still have a lockdown in place, although there were a few restrictions eased, but not much. I can't go beyond 5 kilometers now to meet my friend, or I can't travel overseas as an Australian citizen. In fact, there are no international flights coming to Melbourne right now as we speak. Although the cap for international travel or the incoming flights or the incoming passengers have been lifted to some number, I understand, but that's not a lot. And it's so frustrating for me as an Australian citizen to go, not to be able to go overseas and meet my parents back in India in my hometown, Warangal. From time to time, at least for a couple of times a year, I would like to go back and see my parents, but it's not happening now. So, why I'm telling you all this? Because there are travel restrictions still for incoming passengers and outgoing passengers as well. So, citizens cannot go without permission, and temporary residents cannot come into Australia without a consent. I would strongly recommend you to go to covid19.homeaffairs.gov.au to get the most updated information, as they from time to time update what are their requirements to get a travel exemption. And from time to time on Department of Home Affairs website, you see some information how they gave permission, how many number of travelers was exempted inwards and outwards. You might not get the accurate figures, but you might get an estimate of it. I also had some numbers regarding the partner visas and also the 482 holders. I'll quickly run through those documents for you. These documents can be available on Department of Home Affairs website. The first one I have for you today is Freedom of Information Request FA 20/08-01087. This is talking about number of travel exemptions issued between 20th March 2020 to 20th of August 2020, which means 5 months of time. 15,801 inwards and 36,426 outwards exemptions were approved by the ABF, Australian Border Force Commissioner, or a delegate. This does not include applications that were otherwise finalized, including those withdrawn, automatically exempt, or that did not meet the threshold for consideration by a delegate. Much of data has been drawn manually from multiple systems and should therefore be considered as a guide. Inwards exemption requests with passport nationality between 1st and 20th of August 2020. So the following table shows a breakdown of top 10 passport nationalities for inwards exemption requests approved between 1st and 20th August, inclusive. So the top one is New Zealand, with total exemptions 786. And the fourth one is India. Total exemptions 244 with discretionary exemption 130, and those who met exemption criteria is 131. The next document I have, Freedom of Information FA 20/08-00403, and this is about the 309 partner visas submitted by 30th of April 2020, and it is about the number of visas granted under Subclass 309 in 2020 from 1st of Jan to 31st of July, which means 7 months period. So someone wanted to know the numbers of this type of visa processed by each processing office. The response from the department was, as of 30th of April 2020, there were 26,941 partner Subclass 309 visa applications on hand, which means they are still getting processed. 26,941 as of 30th of April 2020. A total of 573 partner 309 visas were granted between 1st Jan 2020 and 31st July 2020. So only 573 in 7 months, 309 granted. That's not a good number. So the department is unable to provide visa grant data down to processing office level, as this level of disaggregation would result in small numbers that could potentially impact client privacy. So with the 309 subclass, if they are here in Australia on a visitor visa and waiting for that partner visa, which is still processing, the case officers are not asking them to leave Australia to get that 309 because they can't simply leave and come back due to travel restrictions. What they are encouraging them to do is to do another visitor visa and stay here. Because they are not going to get that 309 as soon as possible. So if you are those 309 visa applicants, you should not expect a lot, because you just saw how many they granted in that time period. Now moving on to 482 and 457. So this is about travel exemptions approvals from 17 July 2020 to 21st of August 2020, 10 a.m. Talking about time as well. So it's just 1 month for individuals who hold a subclass 457 or 482 visa. So 740 individuals were approved an exemption who held 457 or who hold 457 or 482. So that's a good number. The last document I have is very interesting. I found this again on Department of Home Affairs website and further on data.gov.au, and this is about overseas arrivals and departures 2019-20, which means the entire financial year, last one 2019-20, and this overseas arrivals and departure data set provided by the Department of Home Affairs is for statistical and research purposes only. So the source is obviously Department of Home Affairs, and you can read the caveat here and also the explanatory note. This is in an Excel format. So what it is giving us is sum of movements count category of traveler. You have long-term resident departure numbers, long-term resident return numbers, long-term visitor arrival, likewise visitor departure. Moreover, you have settler arrival, and furthermore, short-term resident departure, short-term resident return, short-term visitor arrival, short-term visitor departure. So the grand total in July last year, 2019, was 3,766,217, and the next month in August it's 3,592,337, and again in September 3.5 millions over, and in October last year 3.6 millions over, and November 3.4 millions plus. So pretty much if you see from July to November, you can say it's around 3.5 millions. And in December, because of Christmas probably, you got 4,129,635. And again in Jan, because those people who came might have gone back to their country of residence, 4,231,672. And it dropped to 2,862,935 in Feb, when we started seeing travel restrictions, starting with China and then moving on to different countries. And in March, we saw further decline, in fact, a lot. It is 1,756,903, which means half of the average number I said in the period between July and November last year. Now it came to 1.7 million plus in March this year. Then significant drop, half of that, 83,632, more than half in April 2020. Further drop in May, 54,067 only. and then a slight increase in June, 64,372. In total, last financial year, sum of movements count 31,207,479. So that brings an end to this video. If you forgot what this video was about, this is about travel exemptions, and also I spoke about 309 visa holders or visa applicants, if you like. I also spoke about 309 visa applicants who are desperately waiting for a grant. So this is to set realistic expectations, and nothing is happening much with travel exemptions. Not many are exempted, and there are so many people outside on a temporary visa such as 485, 489, 500, or you name it. So from time to time, go to Home Affairs website. covid19.homeaffairs.gov.au is the website, and on 6th of October we have budget. So stay tuned to Sujith Talks for more pristine information about Australian immigration. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube and like my Facebook page as well, Sujith Talks it is. If you're after immigration advice, simply go to my website sujithtalks.com. Schedule a phone or a video consultation even during coronavirus. My business is still trading pristine Australia migration. My name is Sujith Billa, registered migration agent here in Melbourne. Namaste.